Maya, he is gone, Elise whispered, her eyes wide with absolute panic. What? I asked, staring at my frantic wedding planner. What do you mean he is gone? Liam just left, she said, her voice shaking. Chloe called him. She is having a sudden panic attack. Sam, my maid of honor, slammed her bouquet onto the wooden pew. Are you kidding me? He left his own wedding for that manipulative brat? Today of all days? My chest tightened. I could barely breathe. He actually left the church? My father, Mr. Hayes, grabbed my shaking hands. Maya, just breathe. Do you want me to tell the guests to go home? We can end this right now. I do not know, Dad, I choked out, feeling the tears threatening to fall. Father Thomas looked down from the altar with deep pity. Take your time, my child. There is no rush. Derek, Liam's best man, rubbed the back of his neck awkwardly. Maya, I am so sorry. I tried to stop him. I told him he was making a mistake, but he just ran out to his car. Suddenly, my phone buzzed in my hand. I opened the screen. I'm so sorry, Maya. Please wait for me. We'll just do it next weekend, I promise. He wants me to wait, I read aloud, my voice breaking. He thinks we can just reschedule for next weekend. He assumes I am a toy he can put back on the shelf. That absolute bastard, Sam hissed, taking a step toward the exit as if she wanted to hunt him down herself. Before anyone else could speak, Mrs. Vance, Liam's mother, marched up the aisle. Her face was red with anger. Maya, dry your tears this instant. You will go out there, smile, and apologize to our guests. We must save face immediately. Save face? I asked, my voice shaking with sudden rage. Your son just abandoned me at the altar for another woman? Chloe is practically family, Mrs. Vance snapped, waving her hand dismissively. Do not be dramatic, Maya. He will be back. I will not apologize for his disrespect, I said firmly, standing my ground. I am not doing that. A heavy silence fell over the room. The guests in the front rows were whispering loudly. Then Julian stepped forward. Julian was Liam's biggest business rival, a powerful man who had always treated me with quiet respect. He walked straight toward me, ignoring the gasps from the crowd. Maya, you deserve a man who stays. Julian? I whispered, confused by his sudden presence at the altar. Marry me instead, he said, his voice deep and steady. Mrs. Vance gasped loudly. Julian, how dare you? This is my son's wedding. I am talking to Maya, Julian said coldly, not even looking at her. He looked deeply into my eyes. I am serious, Maya. Do not wait for a man who leaves you behind. Marry me. Shock ripped through the room. My father stared at Julian, waiting for my reaction. I looked down at my white dress, then back at Julian. I refused to cry. I refused to be Liam's backup plan. I nodded my head, yes. Sam grinned widely. Hell yes. Julian turned to his assistant. Marcus, get the emergency paperwork ready now. Right away, sir, Marcus said, immediately stepping out to handle the legalities. You cannot do this, Mrs. Vance screamed, grabbing my arm. I pulled my arm away. I just did. Julian held out his hand. I took it, feeling a strange sense of peace. Father Thomas, Julian said calmly, we are ready to begin. The priest nodded slowly. Very well. We are gathered here today to witness a true union. As I stood there holding Julian's hand, I realized my old life was over. My future had just changed forever. I looked at the church doors, knowing Liam would eventually return to a reality he never expected. He broke his promise, so I made a new one. You are staring again, Julian said softly, handing me a mug of tea. I am just thinking, I replied, sitting on the large sofa in his estate. A week ago, I was crying in a church. Now I am your wife. Julian sat beside me. Do you regret it? No, I said honestly. To my absolute surprise, you are gentle. You actually listened to me. I have loved you from afar for years. Maya, he confessed, his dark eyes locking onto mine. I stayed away out of respect for your relationship. But when he walked out on you, I knew I could not stay quiet anymore. Thank you for saving me that day, I whispered. I didn't save you, he replied. You saved yourself. My phone rang. It was Sam. I answered and put it on speaker. Maya, get over here right now, Sam laughed loudly through the phone. Liam is back. What is happening? I asked. He just barged into your old apartment, fully expecting you to be sitting on the couch crying over him. Sam explained, her voice full of sharp amusement. Instead, he found me packing up the last of your boxes. What did you tell him? I asked. I told him you didn't wait. Sam ripped into a loud laugh. You should have seen his face, Maya. He is in absolute denial. He is heading your way right now. Let him come, Julian said calmly, leaning back against the couch. 30 minutes later, heavy footsteps pounded on the front porch of Julian's private estate. The doorbell rang aggressively. I opened the door. Liam stood there, breathless and angry. Stop playing this game, Maya, come home. His voice was full of the same arrogance I once mistook for confidence. I am home. I looked him dead in the eye and replied, You made your choice, Liam, and I made mine. It was a panic attack, Liam yelled, throwing his hands in the air. Chloe needed me. You know how fragile she is. I needed you, I said coldly. At our wedding. I told you to wait, he shouted. We can just get married this weekend. I am already married, I said. Just then, Chloe stepped out from behind him, clinging tightly to his arm. She put on a fake, fragile voice. Maya, I feel so guilty. Please do not blame Liam, it was my fault. I saw right through her acting. Save the performance, Chloe. You won. You can keep him. Maya, you are being unreasonable, Liam pleaded, stepping closer. Before Liam could defend her further, Julian stepped onto the porch. He wrapped a warm, protective arm around my waist. The power shifted instantly. Liam froze, his face turning pale. Julian, what are you doing here? I live here, Julian said coldly. With my wife. Wife? Liam choked out. No, Maya, tell me this is a joke. It is not a joke, I said. Julian stared Liam down. Your time is up, Liam. Never step foot near my wife again. Julian pulled me inside and shut the heavy oak door right in Liam's face. I listened to the sound of Liam shouting my name from the other side of the wood, but I did not turn back. I was finally awake. You look breathtaking, Julian whispered, offering me his arm as we stepped into the grand ballroom. I feel nervous, I admitted, scanning the crowded room. Everyone is looking at us. Let them look, Julian smiled proudly. You are the most beautiful woman at this charity gala. It had been a month since the wedding disaster, and our social circles were colliding tonight. I knew Liam would be here. Word around the city was that his life was unraveling. His business was failing without Julian's goodwill, and his friends had lost all respect for him. Maya, a desperate voice called out. I turned and saw Liam pushing his way through the crowd. He looked terrible. His suit was wrinkled and he had dark circles under his eyes. Julian tightened his grip on my arm. Do you want me to have security throw him out? No, I said quietly. Let me handle this. Liam cornered me near the balcony, completely ignoring the public scene he was causing. Maya, please. You have to talk to me. We have nothing to talk about, Liam, I said flatly. I was wrong, he cried, his voice cracking. Please come back to me. I finally realized the truth. Chloe's constant crises were nothing but manipulative lies to keep me away from you. I told you that for years, I replied evenly. You refused to listen. I see it now, he begged. She was just using me. As if on cue, Dr. Evans, a prominent guest at the gala and Chloe's personal physician, walked past us. He stopped, looking at Liam with a deep frown. Mr. Vance, I heard you shouting, Dr. Evans said loudly, capturing the attention of the surrounding guests. Are you still making excuses for missing your wedding? Dr. Evans, please, Liam stammered, his face turning red. Do not use my clinic as an excuse, Dr. Evans stated clearly in front of everyone. Chloe never had a medical emergency on your wedding day. She was perfectly healthy. She came into my office asking for a fake doctor's note. Gasps echoed around the balcony. Liam looked absolutely destroyed as he finally saw Chloe's true, selfish colors exposed to the world. He turned back to me, tears streaming down his face. Maya, he whispered, expecting my forgiveness. I am so sorry. I lost everything. I looked at the man I almost married. I felt no anger anymore. I only felt pity. I took a step closer and told him softly, You didn't just lose a bride that day. Liam, you lost the only person who truly believed in you. And it's too late. Please, he sobbed, reaching for my hand. I pulled away. Mrs. Vance suddenly pushed through the crowd, looking frantic. Liam, stop embarrassing us. Maya, tell him to stop. He is your problem now, Mrs. Vance, I said calmly. The high society guests turned their backs on the Vance family in disgust. Whispering harsh judgments, Mrs. Vance dragged a weeping Liam away toward the exit. Their reputation completely ruined. Julian walked up behind me, taking my hand gently. Are you okay? I am, I smiled, looking up at him. Let's go home. My greatest heartbreak became my ultimate transformation. I walked out of the gala with the man who actually chose me, leaving Liam behind to live with the karma of his own mistakes.